here's a bit of a vulnerable post for you. I don't want to be here. Like, I don't want to create content. I don't want to be seen. I don't want to be known. I don't want to be heard. Makes me a nervous wreck. I'm a pretty private person. I like to be left alone. I'm here pretty much as an act of faith. But like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And I've heard for years or been told for years that I should make content because people would really like to listen to what I have to say. And I've always just been like, no, nobody's going to want to listen to what I have to say. But I'm doing it anyway. I don't want to be here. Now, I'm so not attached to the social media world that I didn't start making content till like a week ago. And when I started making it, I didn't know that TikTok was getting banned. So now I'm like, wow, great timing. So what am I going to do after this? Go learn a new platform? I don't know. I hate the idea of that even more. But I have a link in the bio. And if you like some of the content I've made so far, you can expect to see a lot more of that. You can follow me over there. But today we're going to talk about what does leadership look like from a man's perspective, like a biblical leadership within a relationship. Because you have women out here who are like, I don't want to be controlled in what to do. And you have men out here that are like, I just want my woman to listen to me. So what does it look like to lead from a biblical perspective? What is the man's responsibility in that role? And men, if you're watching this, you're probably not going to like this a whole lot. The answer is boundaries and direction without control. Okay. So you offer boundaries and you offer direction and then you leave it alone. That's it. You let your partner, you let your woman decide herself if she's going to adhere to those boundaries or directions or not. And obviously don't marry a woman that won't. Okay. And ladies, I'm talking about a God-fearing, God-centered man, not just some dude off the street, but God-centered, God-fearing man, those boundaries and directions, right? Then you set boundaries and direction, and you have to let go. That's what Christ does for us. He sets the parameters of the conditions of having a happy, holy, healthy, close relationship with Him, and we have the freedom to choose whether or not we are going to follow those boundaries or not. Okay? The same thing happens within a marriage. Men, it's not that you get to dictate everything or that everything, it has to go your way all the time. I know that can be difficult sometimes. No, it's boundaries and direction without control. Okay. Women are the abundance or the evidence of creation, and they exist to create. They exist to multiply. So what you give them, they're going to create more of. You give them a headache, I guarantee you they'll give you a migraine, right? You give them an attitude, they'll give you a word I'm not going to say, right? It's not going to be good. So what you give them, they make more of. A woman without a male, God-fearing man in her life is borderline uncontrolled creation. And it's undirected creation. It's this sporadic creation all over the place, right? That's what she does. A man without a woman is structure without life. It is boundaries and goals and direction without enjoyment, without life, without multiplication of the things that he enjoys. Okay? So if you put those two together, you get creation within limitation, creation within boundaries so that it can flourish and grow and foster in a safe and healthy environment without getting burnt out. And you get boundaries with abundance, boundaries with life. You get structure with creativity. You get direction with purpose. Okay? That's what leadership within a marriage looks like. That's how the relationship dynamic should flow. I know this was a longer TikTok again. I'm not intentionally making 5-minute videos. It just seems to happen that way. But listen, okay, if you like my content, please drop a follow. Go over to the other app, drop another follow there. I don't know where this is headed. I don't know what I'm doing. This is totally an act of faith. I'm not having a good time, but I'm doing it anyway. So, hope that helps.